Adult School with Marco podcast, the trillest, realest school in America. And today, episode 8. Episode 8. In honor of the late Kobe Bryant, the great Mamba mentality, there's definitely some Kobe in this episode. You know what I'm saying? I'm on some Kobe shit. Let's just, right? Really trying to study how to become a champion. Like looking at Kobe's competitiveness and his will to win and to succeed. Not only in sports, but in business too. Like really just trying to, man. Anyway, welcome back. If y'all haven't been tapped in, or if y'all been tapped in, welcome back. We're going to keep it around like 25 minutes, I think. I'm going to try to on this episode because just for upload time purposes and, just to see if, if that makes a difference in the algorithms, a shorter episode. I've been doing, I've been doing pretty lengthy ones, but it's kind of going to keep it like around 25 minutes. Couple of things to talk about. New website. Shout out to Podpage. This episode is brought to you by podpage.com. So I have a website created by them, and it's been really cool. This is the first time I've ever had a website. It is pretty cool. I've really been late on that. I should have had my website and all this and that. And we've come so far with technology and apps and all this and that. So, but yeah. So I got a website. All my episodes get uploaded onto there, and it's pretty cool. Once you type it in, it's pretty cool. It's still to my theme. I've been using purple and yellow, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Ravens fan, and I got that picture that I painted of Ray Lewis as my logo, so yeah, it's pretty cool. So it updates every time I upload a podcast, and I know I'm doing a visual one, but this one will also be on audio on the Anchor app and Spotify and Google Podcasts and Apple Music. I mean, it's just so many. I'm on so many sites. But and that's awesome too, by the way. Like, that's not like a flex. That's just how the distribution is set up, and it's awesome. So so if you're watching this episode or you're hearing this episode, this is the first visual in the new podcast studio. So right now it's very just bland. You don't see too much right now. Over time you will. But I think that's pretty neat. And episode 8, bringing something new, with that Kobe Bryant mentality. You know what I mean? This is going to be an adventure, so it's going to be real cool, man. I got some sponsors. Shout out to my sponsors. Anchor. Some more sponsors. Beyond Hello, they're a sponsor. Trying to get more. So I really been trying to push my business into things. Also, if you want to email me, you can email me at AdultSchoolWithMarcoPodcast@gmail.com. My Cash App is Cash App Marco Fultz Beats. Some of you know how to spell that. If you don't, MarcoFultzBeats. Cash at Marco Foles Beats. I just recently cashed out my first check with Anchor, and it's, so that was really exciting to do, because I could have done it a long time ago, but I decided to cash out, and sure enough, that went to my bank account. My one of the accounts I have synced up with it went straight there in a couple of days. It was there, so it was verified and everything, and it told me it was gonna take a couple of days, and it gave me it was legit. So that's exciting that I'm and I won't say the number because that's not relevant to the whole idea of now like this is making me money. And podcasts, I tell you what, it's just honest, from the artist standpoint, from recording artist standpoint, this podcast standpoint, I tell you what, I found, maybe it's because it's 2022, maybe it's because I'm older, or maybe, I don't know, but even in the sum of things, I've already made more money from podcasting than I ever did making music. I've spent money making music. That's how that goes. Which is unfortunate because I have a lot of material and I feel like I'm a really great rapper, but just my business end on rap was never on point, was never there. So, and I've been rapping since 2005, so it's like, it doesn't, I'm good at it because I like to master the craft, and I always write and things like that. But yeah, when I was younger, that was like a big deal. When I first started rapping, taking it seriously, I was about 15. So by the time I was like 16, 17, and I'm rapping every day, so I got really good at that point. And I was rapping with some people, and I was like, but I was thinking plus you're 17, 18, 16, and in high school, and you're the man at rapping. So I'm like, yo, what's up with the bag? How come we're not rich right now? How come I'm not doing show? And I got to looking at it from a we to me standpoint, and I'm like, shit, I decided to branch off, do my own thing. Then it's like, I've always been getting money, but I've always been working, jobs, so regular 9-to-5 jobs. So that funneled the music. I'm not a guy that's got a story of I was from the slums and I had to sell coke to get my groceries. It wasn't that. It was never that. You know what I mean? So really, for the fact that, like I said, I just cashed out, on podcasts, and I've been doing podcasts for maybe see, is it coming up on it? It might be close to a year at this point. I'd probably say 8-9 months. Well, maybe I'm not fact checking that, so I don't think that's accurate, but I'll have to double back, or whoever listens to the pod, just scroll back to whatever platform you're listening on and see what date it timestamps it on the first episode. Because I when I started doing consistent episodes, what was that? Was that in August, September ish, October maybe? But so anyway, just dropped an album, and shout out to DistroKid. This podcast is also brought to you by DistroKid, because that's another avenue that I'm trying to accumulate money. But with rap, and this is what I'm saying, so I'm putting it out to the podcast world and out to the rap world and to the whatever, just putting it out there. Because look, I say I've never made money off of rap, but I also say that to say this: I would like to. I mean, I need some help to get my business on point, like across the board, even as an independent artist. I ain't gonna lie, because I've been, I ain't gonna front my move, but I'll just leave it like that. Like, I need someone to help me on my business together, So you can email me if you one of the people that you think that can link with me or whatever and help me out. Email me at AdultSchoolWithMarcoPodcast@gmail.com. For real. Or just tap in my Instagram. It's the same thing. AdultSchoolWithMarcoPodcast. Chief Malotto, Papi, Marco Fos, all that. So shout out to DistroKid, like I'm saying, because through them, and I don't even know if they just up their prices, or if I'm just in the deal and when I re-up I gotta do it. But like, they just super convenient. Sorry for that static. Yeah, with DistroKid, I could just, and that's how I've been doing it lately, is like, whenever I feel like it, or it could catch me being like a day, like I'm listening to music or something like that, and I'm just feeling or I'm just listening to my music, I'm like, man, or I'm recording, because I've been recording consistently, I'd say. Like, it's been a while since I've been this consistent when I think about it. Maybe I feel like really like I've been on another run, like a whole mixtape run, but it's been different because the mixtape era, when I was doing mixtapes, and I was, when I was going to Eclipse Studios, or when Oliver was recording me, or Joey, or whoever, I was going to somebody to record me and pay them and this and that, you know what I mean? And it'd be sessions, and it'd be, sometimes blocks, but sometimes it's a lot to it. So that was all back then. So like from like 2006 to 2006 to fucking whenever I started doing this shit, so 2021, right? Cause I've had this laptop that I have for probably like since like June or some July or whatever, 2021. So right, so I've always had someone record me up until last year, and then like last year when I got this laptop, I started learning how to record myself, and like just so, and I'm sure eventually I'm gonna get a more expensive laptop, a better overall one. Not to say that there's something wrong with this one, but you just always want to improve and invest in yourself. And when like I'm gonna invest in myself for this podcast, eventually I'm gonna get a better microphone and better headphones, better computer, just better equipment across the board. Because there's levels to this shit, so you don't want to stay the same. I want to try a whole bunch of shit. And I'm a fan. Like, I've always been an electronics head, so there's never gonna be a surplus or too many. Like, because them shits cost money. So I'm never gonna have too many microphones. But I could. What if I had like 10, across span of time, like nice ones though, like the Shure microphones, or like the Electro microphones. I still like the Yeti Broadcaster Pro bundle. Like, it's a Yeti microphone with that boom arm. That looks impressive, and that's $200. So we'll see. I could keep going on about microphones, but I ain't gonna do that. So back to DistroKid. Yeah, I upload music whenever I feel like. I just dropped an album called Daddy's OP. And I'll let y'all just, if y'all don't know, then I'll let y'all figure out whatever, or y'all decide whatever y'all want the OP to mean. You know what I mean? If y'all, because I still been, look, like the albums that I've been recording, I've been engineering it myself completely. I recorded. There's nothing, you know what I'm saying? So I've been doing everything hands on with that. All me. Anything that you're hearing on SoundCloud, YouTube, that's all me. But I also understand that the quality isn't the greatest. I already know that. I mean, you got to think about it too. Sometimes I'm doing it off my phone. Sometimes I'm doing it off this laptop. And so, there's that, But, and I think it's really easier to simply just build a podcast studio than a studio for a rapper. But my homie, actually, shout out to my homie Johnny Wayne. I ain't even gonna front his move yet, you know what I'm saying? But, just shout out to him. I'm gonna say this on the podcast and let that just go into existence. I ain't gonna front his move, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Buddy though, cause yeah, he coming. So that's we're gonna speak on that later on, you know what I'm saying, when things all come together, but y'all see what I'm talking about. And then remember, it'll be episode 8 where motherfuckers spoke that shit into existence, and then on some Kobe shit, and then boom, motherfuckers, yeah. So anyway, Daddy's OP. It's a 4-track EP. I've been on some, like that formula Meek Mill, I think what he was doing with the mixtapes when he put some projects out and there was like 4 tracks on there. Plus that's my high school football number, so like why not? 4 folds. If I could come across that jersey again, that's gonna be a cover art. Oof. I'm, for the Pontiac Indians, I don't know who I get in touch with to try to order my own jersey again, but like that, I don't even know. I'm sure they could put my name on it. I don't know if they gonna have them same jerseys back then, but shit, whatever. I'll put the name on there, fuck it. Just to have a Chiefs, it's an Indians jersey. But even that, you know what I'm saying? Like, to have that, and I'm Chief Malotto Papi, I think that'd be dope, And my old alumni. But anyway. So, Daddy's OP is dope. I'm not gonna stream no music on this podcast. Because when I do it from my phone, I know how it sounds like shit. So eventually I'll have a Bluetooth speaker or whatever. Maybe it might be better, but nah. If y'all want to listen to it, go hit the link in the description. It's gonna be there. Yeah, Which, by the way, the cover art is the actual copy of the OP. We got it modified, so it's exciting. I'm excited, really excited. This is the first time, because this shit's been on me since December 2020, and it's gonna expire at December 20 this year. But so it's almost, how many specific months is that? I mean, you could count them, but it's damn near coming to an end. And now legally, I'm finally gonna be able to get to see her and spend some time with her. So I'm really, really ecstatic for that. I love my child, love my girl, London Sophia Foles. I've been saying it in my music shit. I've been inspired by her, to really just, be brave and step into areas where I think I got a shot at winning and going my hardest, you know what I'm saying? So with this podcast, and this ain't a flex. This is what I'm saying. This is motivation, because I'm going to keep going, because I've shown myself and everyone else that I'm invested in this. And, and with that, people are fucking with me and fucking with it, so the more and more I do and the better I get, this is going to be a steady income for me. So that's awesome. And, that's going to be good for my daughter. I'm really trying to go hard and grind and, just go crazy for my daughter. Because, also, you got to think about it. I've had so much time away from her, and this is my first kid. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like a thing. It's like, and it's a daddy-daughter thing, too. So it's like, I done lost time. I ain't trying to waste time, for real. So, I'm trying to get this bag and stay out the way and really learn to, really lock in. And if you want something, you got to go get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's point blank. So, YouTube and everything else, like all these other platforms that I'm on, I'm just trying to, put out as much content as possible, whether it be music, podcasts. I think soon I'm going to get into comedy, like writing skits and like writing stand-up, because I've always been a funny guy, and just naturally quick and witty and all that and good energy, but I've never wrote a joke. So I really want to, like so many comedians inspire me, and so many are the reason that I do a podcast. I don't think if podcasts, like if it was just like actors doing podcasts or, or something, like it's just something that's attractive about podcasts is literally anyone can do it. And some people are really good and some people are middle and some people are bad, but it's like nobody's here to judge that. That's that's subjective to even good, bad, and middle, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not down in anything anybody does podcasts. I think it's great. So if you do you're thinking about it, download the Anchor app, sign up, and, get started. Like a good buddy of mine, when I first started doing this podcast, when I was like, okay, I'm going to have like the first person on or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, he fucked with my shit a few times, and in that experience, it was dope as fuck, and it was fun for the both of us. So, it's one of them things where, and also just like making a memory, and like something being on the internet, because the internet is cool and it's fun, but there's so many ways it could go bad, or it could go wrong, and it could be embarrassing, and it could be detrimental, it could be life-threatening. So it's like I just want to find a good space where I can deliver funny content or whatever content I'm doing, just in a way that's going to benefit me. And I guess I'm not really looking for fans, because this isn't really the space where I'm really competitive. I'm just like I'm here to kick my shit, and I'm here to keep it real and say some things and kind of vent. Also, this is therapeutic, but also it's called a podcast. So, and eventually through time I'm gonna get to a point where I elevate the podcast, and you'll notice different things. So, it's all like a building and learning process as I go. So we're about to wrap this up. 23-minute mark. So, Kobe Bryant, 24, we're just gonna wrap it up, man. It's been a nice episode. I'm about to see my daughter soon. Finna start these classes and, continue on some things to continue these legal things to kind of, run its course and get over with. Hopefully, this whole experience, just continues to push me forward, because it's been rough, but things are getting better. And finally, I'm about to see my daughter soon. So I'm ecstatic. Other than that, focusing on getting my health in order, getting in shape, losing weight, just treating yourself better, spend more family time, just being positive, attracting, I'll get caught up in, I want a girlfriend, or I want a girl, or I want to fuck, or I want to, this and that. But it's just chill. I'm learning to chill, because all that cool fly shit will come when it's ready. But every time I go chasing for some shit, and I'm not even chasing for it correctly, so I just feel goofy, It's even when I try. So when I'm chilling, those shits, I'm gonna open up and shit. So I'm the Scorpio gang for real over here, you know what I'm saying? So what up with the ladies? Know about the Scorpio? You know what's up with a thug. And we gonna leave it at that. Adult School with Marco Podcast, the trillest, realest school in America. Number 8, this for Kobe. Peace.